In today's drawing tutorial video, I'll be showing you how to draw a Star Wars character. Hello guys, Artistic Nick here, thanks for the click. Tonight's tutorial I'm going to be doing a Star Wars character, one of the most famous Star Wars characters actually. I'm going to be doing R2-D2. I'm going to be using the black Sharpie pen as always. This has got a lot of detail in it, so this is one of the most challenging ones that I've done. Consists of a lot of straight lines. I'm sure you're all familiar with R2-D2. So what I'm going to do today to just start off and find a midpoint is I'm going to draw. There's a rectangular shape right in the centre of R2-D2. So we're just going to find a central point and we're going to work out from there. So we're going to draw a rectangle standing on its thinnest side, and from there we've got another rectangle that comes out to the side here, which isn't quite touching the previous one, the one in the middle. We're going to draw as straight as we can and make sure that we don't touch. To the left of this there are two smaller rectangles, so we have one again that isn't quite touching, and then we've got one on its side over here. Okay, so in this central part here we've got a little bit of detailing, so I'm just going to be careful not to go over the edge, and we've got these sort of, they're almost rounded on the corners but they're almost squares, and I guess they're some sort of control panel because there is some detailing in there that gives it this look of a control panel almost. So we've got some horizontal lines going across, and we've got a small rectangular shape in this second one here, again with some horizontal lines going across. Okay, so from this section here, now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and find a point for the width of the body. Again, this is a slight angle as we're looking at R2-D2 here, so this side is going to be slightly less wide, slightly narrower than this side. So I'm going to start from this point here, and I'm going to come down keeping it as straight as I can. Just try and get the length for the body. I know that this is not quite halfway down the length of the line there. I guess there's about two of these distances if we were to start this at the top and measure, so halfway is going to be about here. I'm just getting my bearings right, and we're going to look on the side here, so I've got a leg to look at over here, so I'm going to start about this width away, so you can see the distance from here to here is greater than this one because of the angle that we're looking at it, but you'll see that in a little while as the drawing takes shape. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to round off the bottom, because as we know R2-D2 is a cylinder standing on end, so we're going to round that off. Some of these lines as we go around are going to be slightly curved just to give us that sort of dimension and that look of a rounded object. So I'm going to come across here now, roughly the same height, so I've dotted that, and I'm going to curve over to here. So we've got our rough shape now. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to fill out some more of the details now. So we have another rectangle coming down from the top with some more detailing in. I'm going to just round this off slightly just to give that cylindrical look. So in the centre we've got an odd looking shape. It's almost a diamond on this side, and then we're going to come into, I don't know what this is beyond my knowledge, but it certainly gives R2-D2 a look that I'm guessing most people in the world would recognise. I believe there's a lot of blue on R2-D2. I'm colourblind if you guys didn't know, If this is the first video that you've watched, thank you so much for clicking on it. It makes a huge difference to small YouTube channels when we do get a click. If you like this, leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm planning on doing daily art tutorials concentrating on cartoon characters. So I've done Pokemon, I've done, this is my Star Wars series that I'm adding to here. I did some horror movie characters which I'll be adding to, so all of these will be added to as and when I decide to draw a different character. But I'm actually also more well known for my graphite drawings, my realistic graphite drawings. So if you haven't looked at those, go check it out. I've done a Boba Fett in graphite. It's one of my favourite drawings that I've done this year, between 2016 and 2017. So if you've not had a look at that yet, go and check that out. You can find that in my videos. So yeah, thank you so much for checking out my video. Like I say, it does mean an awful lot. You can get a hold of me on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So go check me out on there. If you guys would like me to draw something especially for you, so a different series or a different set of characters, then just drop me a line and I will endeavour to have a go at that. I'm just going to come across the bottom here now, so we've got some detailing coming in across the bottom that's going to give a slight dimensional look to this, because some of the lines are working with each other to give us a three-dimensional look. So we've got some diagonal lines coming up off of here that are just sort of fanning out just to give us the look of this underside of R2-D2. So like I say, it's a lot of straight lines. It's quite a complicated drawing to master. But I think if you get the start point correct and work from there, it makes life a lot easier. So underneath here we've got some finer details, all kinds of components and what have you. And for those of you that know, R2-D2's got 3 legs, it's 3 sort of rollers, and we're just going to come to this first one now, which is in the centre. He's got 1 in the centre and 2 either side of the body. So let's have a look. So we're going to come across into here and here. There's a gap in between there. And this is going to be a diagonal line fanning out here and here. That's looking quite good. The thing with these Sharpie pens, you have to keep them moving. If you leave your tip on the paper for too long, it does start to bleed and you can ruin your drawing. So just make sure that you're keeping them moving. This is quite a nice drawing actually, because there's a lot of straight lines. So we're coming to the second leg now. This is on the right as we look at it. It's a similar shape. There's a wheel underneath there, and we've got some piping by the looks of it, coming in and around here. And there's the back edge of that. Okay, let's move on to, I'm going to come up over to this side. So there's almost a shoulder, so this leg here is coming down. So got a shoulder that's not quite at the same level as we've drawn to yet. So we're going to draw a straight line out there, and then almost level with this third rung we're going to come out, and then this shoulder loops down and round to give us that dimensional look, and I guess that's where it connects into the main body. And then coming down from here we've got some parallel lines, and I'm guessing that comes down to there. So we've got the shoulder area now starting to take shape. Let's come and have a look now on this one. So I can see that this shoulder comes slightly higher than the line that I've already got. And then we're going to come here and round, connecting these lines there and there. The inside of the shoulder there. And then I'm going to just arc this down and round. We're going to come off into that sort of shape. So we're going to add the back of this in now, just giving it this three-dimensional look. Okay, so we're going to extend this out and down. Some nice straight lines, keeping that pen moving at all times. Okay, so we're going to come onto this leg now. It's at a similar height to this one. So let's find the bottom of that. And this is going to come into almost the top of this line here. So I'm going to draw a line that connects that, but this is almost at the same level. And this one is going to come in here. And we've got some pipe work again that comes out and around, similar to this side. Just fill this other side in. So like I said, it's quite complicated, but you can see it's starting to take shape now, and it's definitely starting to resemble R2-D2. We're not long away now from the new film that's coming out, The Last Jedi, which I'm really excited about seeing. I'll be hopefully drawing some characters from the new movie. That'll be exciting to have a go at. One of my next projects, I'm actually going to try and draw a photorealistic stormtrooper in graphite. So keep your eyes out for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and when that goes live, you'll get a notification so that you're kept up to date and you know when that is. So I'm going to give that a go within the next couple of weeks. So we're coming onto the top of the head now. So we've got this dome-like shape. I'm just going to dot so I know roughly how high I'm coming up. So I'm going to come up and arc round. I'm going to start this side because in the centre we've got this square sort of shape. It looks to me as though it's sort of R2-D2's eye. It looks like he's a one-eyed, almost like a cyclops to me. But he has got this, I guess that's a light in the films. And then we're just going to make sure that this comes down and around there. Okay, we're not too far off. So we've got some lines that we're going to make sure that we run and just bend round there. Some detailing on the top. Again, lots of straight lines, but just putting a slight curve to them just so that we get this indication of contour. I've just launched a new website, guys, so if you go onto Google and you type in I, that's the letter I, howtodraw.com, you'll find my new website, which I've been building in my spare time, which I don't have a lot of at the minute. So you're going to find tutorials, You're going to be able to sign up for newsletters and whatnot, and there's even sections on there for you to share some of your work, which I'd love you guys to do. So that's howtodraw.com. I'll put a link in the descriptions. So that's my latest project, and I think this one, we're going to call it a day. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've had a go at this. It's quite tricky. Let me know if there's something you'd like me to draw in the future, and I will try and do that. Check the new website out, come and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Hit subscribe, smack the notifications button, follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.